What do you take? What do you get when you take black girls and put them on a podcast? I'll tell you what you get. It's the Black Girl Podcast.
I like that note.
Yeah, it's black, and they're girls. Black Girl Podcast.
Yo.
Thank you, Peter.
Peter Rosenberg, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo.
Rosenberg is the
So
greatest.
enthusiastic for this.
He's like our biggest fan.
They're black.
Facts.
And speaking of fans, bro, the amount of love that we got from all these episodes
I was
this week.
surprised.
I wasn't.
You wasn't surprised?
No.
Why? How?
Because Jeff had been telling us. Our producer Jeff was like, y'all got one.
Yeah.
And then we started sending it out to people. Remember?
Select people.
And our
Yeah.
people were like,
Yeah.
yo,
Really?
this is popping. And then
but
you
there-
are the Twitter queen. So as soon as you put it out, I was like, here we go.
People are still retweeting
This
and
is it.
favoriting that tweet that you put out. Like,
And then
literally.
Rosenberg reposted it. Ebro reposted it. Everybody did
Everybody
their,
really
everybody
liked
stood
it.
behind her.
Karen Civil commented on one of the pictures, like,
Shout
I
out to
love this.
Karen.
That was really nice. I appreciate
Casey.
the people who actually took time to listen.
Okay.
Like they definitely there's people that listen from 1 to 4 over and over and over again. They was like, okay, so when's the next, one?
Not even
Oh,
that,
the
but I'm about
holiday
to go
break.
back. Yeah, and
Yes.
listen to two. Everyone loved Pain.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Pain was
Episode
the
2.
big. Yeah, it was the popular one.
Of course.
Black women,
Yeah.
we love Mary
And
J.
we-
Blige, Keisha Cole.
And behind the scenes, we were all like, "Oh my god, that was so heavy. I don't know
Yeah.
if we should do
We
that.
left
We should edit
sad.
it out."
Jesus,
Yeah,
I
it
left
was
sad.
it was tough.
But you know what's crazy?
Tough.
The fact that like when my mother was like, I listened to your podcast. I'm on episode 2. And I was like, she was like, I'm just glad you didn't embarrass me. I'm like, girl, I'm not going to be embarrassing
She ain't listened to
you.
episode 4.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my
Wait,
God.
Talk
Gia,
with your mother.
you had your mom listen, right?
No, I did not have my mom listen.
Oh, she listened
found
on
it.
her own.
She found
No,
it.
absolutely not. So
Oh,
my
she's
mother and I were talking about life and happiness and the pursuit of everything. And so I was like, Mom, we started this podcast, and this man wrote on my Instagram that he was unfollowing me because he found out I was celibate. So here's what I have to say to any man that follows me and thinks that he can have whatever is mine. For you entitled ass man to come in my comments and then say that you felt a way. Maybe you don't know what celibate is, but let me explain it to you. As a female, at times you may go through phases in life where you don't feel like having sex.
Right.
And it's not on some like, oh, I'm a born again virgin. It's just on some like, nah, I need a break. My body needs a break from all this. My soul, spiritually, everything needs to be realigned.
Right.
The last situationship I had was horrible.
Jesus.
Horrible. To the point where I didn't even recognize myself. Like I would look at the mirror and be like, yo, you still there? Like you give everything away. And so I needed time to realign myself with what I believed in, what I trusted in myself. I needed to get back to Gia. So I said, you know what, G, we might need to take a break. And me being a spiritual person, me being a person who believes in God, me being a person who goes to church, celibacy was the word that I used to describe the phase that I'm going through. There are women in life who are going to choose not to have sex. And the same way that women choose to have sex with everybody, you can't judge me or try to put me down because I decided not to have sex. So for every person out there, including my dear mom, who I love to death, but she was like, wait now. Wait. They're going to think you a nun. You can't say that. You can't say that. Men are going to be turned off. You can't say that because now this is coming from a mom who's worried about, she got married at 28. I'm 26. I'm not dating really right now. I'm not really like having sex. I kind of shut that all down. So she's a little worried that I'm going to be like, a cat lady. And I'm like, Ma, no, I just needed a break, girl. You saw. You saw who I brought up in here last year, girl. We barely made it through. Okay, so I had to get back, and I was just like, Mom, please don't worry. Like the man that God has for me is someone that will respect that and get to know me. But I'm not saying that I'm gonna wait till marriage. I'm just saying right now, Shorty needed a break.
The best.
I had to put my feet back under me, and I had to stand on my own, because for so long I put my self-esteem in a man, and that doesn't work, because if you can't find how you love yourself, at the end of the day, you gonna be messed up, because men leave, people disappoint you, and that's that. So shout out to every
live
girl.
off his compliments, you're gonna die off his criticism.
Thank you. So shout out to every girl out there that has decided
Straight out the gate.
to take
The doors of the church are open.
But shout out to every girl that has just decided, yo, I'm taking a step back.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, again, we say
Mental
this a
health.
lot. It's a lot of problems out here.
Mental health.
But there's a lot of fuckboys out here that don't believe that women are worth the wait. And if you're going to come to me, you better come correct, and you better be ready to wait and work, because I need to get to know you. The next person I open up to, I need to know your last name. Not that I didn't know that person's last name, but like,
it was like
well,
that.
I know this person. I knew that person very well. So
No, that's so
So
true.
at the end of the day, like, you know, it's one of those things where, like, I need to know you, I need to feel you, and I need to understand you. And it could be somebody that we meet, and 3 weeks later I'm like, I'm in love, let's do it. Or it could be somebody that I meet and it takes time, and I want to build a friendship, I want something to last. So for me, my focus has been away from sex and been away to giving myself up physically, and like trying to get to know somebody on a real level. And so for you little asshole that commented, my brother, I don't even know you. I don't sell sex on my page. For you to think that you was going to get some, you're delusional.
I don't sell sex.
I don't
So
sell
God,
the sex.
I don't even sell. Like, you
I don't even sell the sex.
I'm not ass on Instagram.
I don't sell sex.
Like, and there's
bro.
nothing wrong with that. But on my page, what you there for isn't for.
It's not the sex.
Right. Is it for the titillation?
So sorry. No, I'm not sorry.
Yeah,
Bye.
I'm about to
You got
say,
blocked.
So
where-
say-
wherever
no,
you
You got
are.
blocked.
Safe to say he
You got
was your
blocked.
least favorite.
I never
fan.
even met
Feedback?
you. I've never
There's
even
some
met
people
you.
weren't. You know what's really crazy?
I was really mad because I've heard people shoot down people who choose to be celibate a lot, and it's almost like a cliche and a joke and a taboo. But it's really about aligning yourself and getting yourself back together. If it is too much, like, some people just do their thing and that's fine. But I think in the same way, people who decide not to should be accepted and celebrated for their choices. Just as how I'm not going to judge you if you are out here thotting and bopping.
thought
Do
you
your thing.
Oh, you don't have to be dying about
You
it.
could just be
out here. You could
sexually
just be
active.
But no, not even
active.
that. Not even that. I just
Or
feel
you could be
like that
dying
I'm
about
talking.
Or you could be
I mean,
dying
like,
about
I'm
it.
talking extremes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
for me to not have sex, for you to do whatever you want to do, and of course, there's the middle that I respect and celebrate as well. But I feel like as a woman, you should have choices, and you should be
should
celebrated
always
for
have
whatever choice you
choices.
make. So shout out to everybody out there that's celibate and doing your own thing. I'm not gonna be celibate forever, but I'm waiting for now.
Okay, but what if you wait, right? And then y'all do this wait thing, and then the sex is trash. What exactly do you do next?
I'm not saying I'm waiting till
No, not marriage, but I'm saying you've felt him and you've learned him, and y'all are in each other's
Don't do that
heads,
voice.
and you're there.
that
Right.
No,
What
I'm
is that?
saying mentally.
Iyala?
No, like
No,
mentally,
really,
y'all
really.
are there. Y'all are
I don't know.
spiritually connected. But when y'all get down in the bed, then
It
it's
was
like,
horrible.
wow, this is trashy.
I had actually no idea what I would do. I really don't.
I think you try.
I think
You
you try, but I do
talk
think
it out. You communicate.
There's
you
a
put
relation-
effort.
Listen.
No, I'm just.
I need you to do it like this. Not what you did yesterday.
Not like that. Okay.
Just
I
listen
never
to
even
me.
thought about that,
Listen
honestly.
to
No,
me.
if it's not what you want, you give it some. You put the effort in to have, talk about it. Communicate honestly. If it doesn't
Honestly.
improve, then it doesn't improve,
And then
you
that's
just
not
keep
for
moving.
you.
It's not for you.
Is it not for you though? Because you guys connected on a spiritual
But that
mental
but that
level.
could mean
That
that,
does
but that
not-
could mean that's your friend.
Right.
But what if you fell in love with him?
You fell in love with him.
What if you love him?
I don't know.
There are people like that.
Listen-
There
Yeah.
are people out there like that who fall in love and they wait till they get married or they wait till they're in a committed relationship.
Then you have a conversation with yourself.
Right.
And you
I
say,
need to
is this
teach
something
him
that I can compromise
sex.
on because I, coming up, thought that I needed this. This was like a non-negotiable part of a relationship. Now it's not good. So can I live with this? Because 10 years down the road, will I resent him for this?
But then
will I be
also-
miserable because I can't get my nut off from this? And what will I do then because I can't?
But also, when you're in love, I feel like sex is a different feeling.
Right.
That's true.
So that might
could be true.
outweigh him not being able to.
I mean, because a lot of the times you talk to
I
women
don't even know what I'm saying.
who say that they've been in relationships and the one that they ended up with wasn't their best sexual experience.
I don't think you'll ever end up. I don't think long term you're ever going to be with the one who gave you the best sex.
Right.
I don't think. I think you're too crazy. You get too crazy.
Like the
Dick
ones
too
who be
bomb
slanging,
to be with
the ones who
somebody
be slanging don't want to settle down.
Facts, because he knows what he's giving out, bro. And that's the devil, bro.
The devil?
I'm not. So that's why you gotta do the dude that does give his all. You know, sometimes.
Let me tell you something, husband. Let me tell you something, husband.
But it's good. It's good.
That's what I'm
Husband
saying.
out there in the atmosphere. You
Speak it.
better put it down like no other.
I'm gonna be crazy.
I don't care.
Nah,
I don't know because I've
crazy.
seen. I've never thought about that. Thank you for bringing that fear into my life. But I definitely feel like I don't know. It's something I'll think about when that bridge happens. But I still think I'm aligning myself.
No, this is great.
I'm in the
You
middle
know what I'm
of
saying?
alignment.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's mid alignment. I'm almost there, but I am, like I told you guys on episode 4, I'm opening myself back up to dating. I met a guy at the club on New Year's.
Okay, now.
He was cute.
So your little
and
outfit
fun.
too, girl.
Thanks or whatever. I hate it.
And so y'all are planning a date.
Whoa.
It's been a day and a half.
So we're gonna.
You guys aren't playing.
So we're gonna start
Playing
there.
on texting
Gia,
each other.
do you know his last name?
No, we're just that's why we're not having sex.
Maybe before the date, you should learn his last name.
Guys, we just started texting the night of New Year's.
You know
We
what?
didn't
When you say
text.
New Year's, I always think like last year.
No,
so
it
then
was
I'm
like 2 days ago.
I know it happened 2 days ago. So
guys.
And so much has happened in the last 2 days, so it's just like
on
Yeah.
social media.
Speaking
not in real life.
of things that are happening and it's topics. Period. What was the topic that we were supposed to talk about today?
Several.
Give one. Just throw one out there.
How we celebrated our New Year's.
Okay.
oh, true. Well, G met a man. Okay, G.
And you went to the quiz that.
Jeff, you
so
were
cute.
waiting for that moment.
Jeff, that was so cute.
Jeff
Jeff.
has sound of.
Jeff,
We're so
how
official.
long were you waiting to hit that button?
I feel like we're on Ebro in the morning.
4 minutes?
4 minutes. Jeff,
Okay.
For strong.
you're the
minutes.
realest.
Okay.
We went to Griffin in DC. That was great. And then we just chilled at my friend's.
I can't.
Thank you.
But it was fun. But it wasn't lit. Like the club was only lit from 11:50 to 12:10. And then I met the guy on the way out.
How did
So it
you
was
meet
fun.
the guy?
No, not Uptown Funk. What's that? Put your penny.
24
He walked over and danced to you.
No, you know, guys, I was corny, so I was like, "What?" And some guy was like,
Find out.
he
You
was
put an 8
tall
count in the
and
middle
so
of the club.
cute, and so we just started dancing. And my best friend was like, "Y'all gonna get married?" And I was like, "Oh," and he was so cool. Like, so we just started talking.
Ew, did I
and-
just say on? What's
You
wrong
did.
with
Like,
me?
aw.
You in
It's
love.
2017.
You in love?
No, I don't
I'm
know.
rubbing off.
Nah, she in love.
No.
She in love
Stop.
too. Oh, okay, so yeah, that was good.
Hey.
So what did you do on New Year's?
No, could I just ask a question real quick? Have y'all ever picked up a guy?
No.
What
like-
does that mean?
Like you've walked up to somebody and say, hi.
Nope.
My name's Rebecca.
Why not?
What's up?
I feel like you have.
Why not?
I have.
Just,
Yeah.
That's not me. That's
Why?
not. I can't do that.
Why not? Why
I'm
can't
so
you do that?
doofy. Hey,
Yeah, me-
I'm
yeah.
Sakura. It's me.
No, you always start with a compliment.
Yes.
Come on, exact. Oh, you got cute face.
Nah, see if you do that.
No, you can be like,
That's
this
exactly
skin
how it be.
is absolutely gorgeous.
You
No,
say
don't
what?
say
Your
that.
skin is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
Like,
You
your
also
skin is
have to have
beautiful.
your eyes.
Yeah. Again, that's what I'm saying. You gotta have the eye.
See, you would say
I
your skin
can't.
is what,
Is absolutely gorgeous.
and I'd be like, gorgeous. Absolutely skin.
Like I go into the friend
Why?
zone immediately.
I don't even believe
Right.
that.
Are you?
Sarah.
Have you ever seen me try to pick up a guy?
You said you
maybe
don't do
not
that, so
directly,
no.
but you do flirt. So
Right.
So what is
So,
your?
yeah, I
Oh,
think
I want to
you're.
see Safira flirt.
Safira
But do you
needs to
flirt
stop.
after you know, like he's kind of giving you the mood, like the eye, the
Yes.
vibe? See,
We
yeah,
have to get the vibes
Right.
going.
and I'm like, I can
No.
flirt.
I don't need
You
that.
can walk, Rebecca. You can walk
My
up to
nigga,
somebody.
I was online for the bathroom one night.
Hey.
And we was it was me and my cousins and my sister, and we were all like, as soon as he walked in, we were like, he is cute. So I had a few, courage juice in me
Okay,
a little
of
bit,
course, of
It
course.
was only one drink. He was very cute. He looked like Trey Songz. So
Yeesh.
he was cute. So I was online for the bathroom and I saw him walking by, And he like walked by maybe twice tops.
Did he look at you?
Did he?
The
Did
next-
did he see you?
I mean, like cross eyes a little bit, cross paths, whatever. But it was nothing like
Yeah,
we
my
focused
eyes
on
would
each
be
other.
cross-eyed. See, I
So,
can't do that.
He walked by like the third time, and I pulled him to me. I said, "Next time you walk by me, you're mine."
Whoa,
Nah.
Rebecca.
And then he said, "So what's up?"
I
I said, "So what's up?" And then we kicked it. We started talking. We danced. We
What
had some
happened in
drinks
the
for the
end?
evening. We ended up dating for a little bit, and didn't
That's
work.
what I
But you can
see.
still do that.
Yeah,
You
and
can
I've
still.
done that in college.
Yeah.
I've grabbed men before and be like, "What's up?" And just off of, cause I like the fact that I'm shocking you, like, "Oh, what, huh?" And like that like vulnerability moment is where you know
Pounce.
you don't pounce, but it's like you guys can relate off the fact that it's like kind of brand new for both of y'all, and y'all can laugh over it. Hopefully, if it's a cool person, and then you
Maybe
Yeah.
that's like another.
Have you ever had a
level.
time where dude was like, nah?
oh hell yeah.
What? And what did you say?
I know I
Like,
can't do it.
wasn't me. Like, what? Nah, it was an accident. I just bumped into you by accident. Sorry.
This is what men go through all the time.
That
so-
happened like one time.
That doesn't happen often because guys are attracted to girls walking up to them regardless. So most
Yeah.
of the 99%,
It's
he was just
impact.
whack. But 99% of the time,
mean,
guys are
I'm
gonna
too
be okay
awkward
with
for
it.
this shit.
I
I
wait.
can't say he was whack. He was very
Safira,
cute. He
stop
might have been
lying.
lit.
I have never.
Safira,
Rebecca, have you
you're
ever?
not awkward.
Yo.
Knock it off.
Oh my
That's
God.
not even your
Stop trying to
description of
be
your
Issa.
personality, fam.
I'm not trying to be Issa, but like that's not me.
Yeah.
I
That's
have
fine
to,
if
we
it's
have
not
to,
you, but you're not
Fine.
awkward.
We have
I
to.
can't.
Yes, but to walk up to somebody, I will stumble over my words and literally be like,
too.
"Hey,
should do this.
What is?
Huh?
We should go out one night.
No.
Safira needs to go
And
first.
everyone has to go. Ooh, we did say.
What's that?
That's on Insecure, isn't it?
We did say.
Oh.
Dang, y'all forgot already.
Yeah.
Like,
Come back,
Insecure.
17.
wow,
Yeah.
crazy.
I can't. My fear of
we should do
rejection
it.
is real.
But Deanna, you think you're really gonna be rejected?
Yes.
Like, come on.
No. But
Come on.
I don't really feel. I just.
We gotta go
First of all, I
somewhere.
don't know what to say. Like I know, compliments. People get them, so I know how to say them. Like, hey, you have really nice teeth. Is that a good compliment?
That's good.
Okay, you have great teeth. I don't want to say your smile is great because that's just sucking dick.
Nobody's
But I just
saying
want-
right here my fucking like poem.
I've seen you
but
across the
sonnet.
room.
Right.
Right. But
And I
then
know.
when you do that, right, then he goes, thanks. I'm like, yeah, so, yeah.
Right.
I'm here.
Then you walk away. You walk away and you proceed with your evening. But he's going to. Nobody
he's
else is
interested.
gonna walk up to him that night and be like, "You have cute teeth or nice teeth." But this is the fact that y'all had that interaction. It may leave an imprint on him,
Now you
and
know.
he'll be searching you out throughout the party. And like you plant the seed.
I've
see
said
what happens.
hi before first.
Hi, like that.
Shut up. Because I do that. Hi. Hello.
You do.
No, but one time I did just smile and I was like, hi. Because we just locked eyes and I was like, hi. And he was like, hi. And I was like,
Hey now.
okay, so.
You
did
can't
my
be
part.
afraid. I think it's like you can't show the fear. If you're meeting somebody and you're shaking hands, it's like, oh, this is my guy, Jacob. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. And then you lock eyes, you shake, you be like, yeah, you're you, but I'm me too. So nice to meet you. Maybe we'll talk later. And you are,
I
and you
can
move
lock
on.
eyes and walk away. As long as I get to walk away, I think I'm cool. Because I don't want to wait for that,
Why
like,
be-
nah, bitch, get away from me
Nobody-
kind of
No
thing.
one is
do
gonna
that.
say
No
that
one's
to
gonna
you.
do
I don't
that.
know.
That is the absolute
You'd be
worst thing.
surprised.
How
That
many
could happen.
times? You know how many times you've told guys no? God is waiting for you to walk up to a dude and be like, "Yo, I'm ready for you to feel that rejection." Boom. Now
got
what?
your ass.
You know how many times I've said no?
Say
thank
no
you.
again.
No, thank
But
you.
I've always been nice and respectful.
Yeah,
for
me
the most
too.
part, unless you were disrespectful to me.
Me too.
I'm really good at smiley faces under pictures. That's me. That's how I.
Also, that's how you bag them.
that's
Smiley
how I
faces
come
after all of
through.
your phrases.
Man, especially if it's like.
Aw.
But yeah,
Especially just like who?
nothing.
Who?
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Y'all got.
We are not speaking about that.
What is that? Because
I spoke about my
That's true.
situation.
I
Yeah,
thought
you met
said
a guy on New
transparency.
Year's.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
So what happened to you? Why you?
I
Didn't
was
you say
with Tiani
transparency?
and Alicia and Rebecca on New Year's.
No. We're talking
know.
about
Yeah.
the
Like,
that
what's
that you
happening?
specified 2 seconds ago.
But like, why you not trying?
Now
to
you
talk
wanna
about
sit
Nah,
back
you
and
can't
hear
lean
see?
back. Come back.
You said the that. Nobody else did.
You said the
so
that.
what? You have to explain the that.
I'm
now.
good at putting smiley faces under pictures.
Oh, that's it.
That's
Yes.
it.
I mean, that's a good way to get them, though.
Thank
I'm gonna just
you.
look at
That's
your
not a good way to
Instagram
get 'em.
recently.
I mean, you can't get them like that.
That's
Recently, like,
breadcrumbing.
pictures.
Like, you gotta be so aggressive. Like, I'm trying to fuck on you tonight. You don't gotta do all that.
Oh my God.
But you just be like,
Fuck on.
you don't gotta. Yeah.
Fuck on you.
Fuck on
What
you.
Because the nigga said fuck on Shereen, so I'm like,
Yes,
okay, maybe niggas
fuck
say
on
that.
word.
Fuck on you tonight. Maybe, I don't know.
That is so 2001.
Clearly, I don't speak like that.
Trying to fuck on you tonight.
I feel like that wasn't a Cameron song. Like,
Yeah, I could never. I don't know. My heart can't take it. Not ready yet.
I've been rejected and it sucks.
You've been rejected.
I don't
But
know.
only it was
Rejected
worse
how, though?
after. It was like a guy that I really, really liked.
That you knew
Remember-
already?
That I knew, and there were a few things
different.
shutting it down. But it was like we had gone on really great dates. Y'all remember this story?
Oh, that's different.
We had gone on really great dates, and then he was like,
Oh yeah.
"Oh well, you're a good woman, like, but
Let me tell you something about that you're a good woman shit.
bro." So I'm not supposed to like date because I'm a good woman. I'm just supposed to be set.
You're a good woman, but
He
I
told you
just
the no?
don't see
Huh?
you.
Tell you why it was no?
He said, so I was joking. So I was doing a Rebecca and was like, so why you ain't never like kissed me or nothing like that?
That is not a Rebecca.
I was just being better.
Come here, nigga. Kiss me.
I'm trying to fuck on you.
I'm trying to fuck on you tonight, bitch.
That is not me. That is not me.
I'm trying to
That
fuck
is not
on you,
me.
bitch. I'm trying to fuck on you, bitch. Come here. Straight D block.
I
Just
would not-
D block
that's
all
not
day.
me.
Damn.
That's
Why
not
you
me.
ain't kissed me, bitch? Come here.
Grab you by the neck. Give me a kiss.
Give me a kiss, bitch ass. With your bitch ass. Come here.
Damn, what a way to
Oh, you know
enact.
you would have laughed. Alicia's trying so hard.
What are you
not to
talking
laugh.
about?
So,
my
like,
God.
Gia, go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't do me. Please don't do
But
me.
anyway,
Don't do me.
Child, you doing him.
Yo, I hate y'all.
Anyway, we were just talking, and then he was like, yeah, we probably shouldn't kiss. And I was like, what?
Say what?
Why are we, what? Are we 12?
Pero like,
And then he was like, I was like, uh-huh. And he was like, all right, for real, I got to tell you, like, you know, on these past few days, like, dates, you're super amazing. Like, you're a good woman. You work hard. You need someone who's going to be there for you. I'm still in my phase. I'm still doing my thing. And I know I would hurt you. And you're a good woman. So, like, we should probably just end it. And I was devastated. I was
How many dates did y'all go on?
devastated. 3, but you know when it's, like, really good?
And you knew him before the 3 dates? Or y'all had
In
met like
passing.
a month before?
In passing. I known him for a while.
Yo, guys could be jerk
But you don't think
offs,
that's
man.
respectful?
wait,
the
that,
fact
exactly.
that he told
What
you?
if it's not necessarily
It's
rejection? It's just this is what it is, and I know that I'm gonna
Yeah,
fuck
because
you
I
up
don't think that's
if we
rejection. Like,
continue.
I think rejection is if he just didn't text you after the
curves
third
you,
date.
plays you.
And then you're like, and you're
I mean, it's
asking
a
about
form
the
of
kiss.
rejection.
It's still rejection.
Like,
yo.
like,
you want to take
like
that
Formal,
ride.
but it's not the. It's not the.
It's a
deep
respect-
part
it's
of the part.
respect-
Yeah.
respectful.
For sure.
I agree with that on one side. On the other side, it's like,
No, I get that.
why
Your
didn't you
feelings still
want
would be hurt.
Why you wait 3 dates later?
Why
you
didn't
just
you-
you knew this the first
no,
date?
he probably
knew
didn't know that
this.
the first
Can
date.
you know that the first day?
He probably didn't
You know that someone's good and their intentions aren't crazy?
I don't know about intentions. Intentions, first date, still are fishy.
Okay.
I think after
Maybe the third date.
Is it?
a good 5. I need a good 5 to be like.
That's why I felt rejected because I was like, damn, we ain't even getting a month. Where's the
Right,
days?
right.
Like,
You ain't even kiss me though.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I could kiss.
just because I'm a good woman doesn't
Right, I
mean
might
that I
change your
don't want to
mind. I might change your mind.
experience dating. Like, I can't date,
Yeah, you can date.
Yeah, you could date, just not him.
apparently.
But allegedly.
No, but I mean, I'm glad he told you that because he could have really pulled you through some
Facts.
shit and your feelings would have been legit hurt
And
Way
you like
worse.
later.
him a lot.
And you would have
You
legit
guys
been
know
pissed.
I would have been married to him.
La.
Right. Or you could have been married to him
Been
and he
there.
could have been doing whatever he wanted to do when he was dating you. So
I seen that dude at a party, fam.
You seen him?
Yeah, I told you. I went to a party.
Oh, yeah.
And he
yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah.
all on me for like 5 minutes, and then that big booty joint walked in, and then that was it.
Oh,
That's
he's
it.
like,
Gone
oh,
with the
so this
wind.
face.
That was it. He was gone with the wind.
Still in his face. 2 years later, still
That's
phasing.
fine. He could have her.
Dodge the
then
bullet, girl.
But then his friend came up to me and was like, "Yo, we had mad conversations about you," and I was like,
Oh, that's nice.
So
Why are you guys playing games?
See, yeah.
Can you just leave?
Don't do that to me.
Right. Like,
Don't do
don't say things because you're trying to keep me like, oh, maybe there's still a chance.
Right.
But no.
No.
Yeah, please.
Ooh, maybe that's still a
Because
chance.
everybody, I mean, during New Year's, like, everybody got engaged. Like,
Pretty much, yeah.
bro, everybody on Facebook that I still know, dog.
From Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like writing congrats. Congrats.
Oh
Oh
my God, great.
Congrats.
Copy and paste.
Right. Just keep that on your clipboard.
They just started putting emojis. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Smiley
Yes.
face.
And the rings were beautiful.
Oh, yes.
But my thing is, like, if anybody ever in your life, like, you're dating somebody for a long time, you've been dating for a long time, they propose and you say no, do you still date this person? That's
I
my
don't think
question.
the guy could do that. Girl could probably do it, but if the guy proposing, the guy won't be able to date her. There's
Why?
no guy strong enough for rejection to
I mean,
be
it
like.
depends on.
There's
Men
no
go through
man
rejection
strong
their entire
enough.
lives.
There's no
What is-
man strong enough who's vulnerable to get on his knees and present himself to a woman that would be like, I'm going to go ahead and date her even though she played the fuck out of me in front of all her friends. It's not going to happen.
That is in front of all your
It's not
What
gonna
about the stories of the men that say, I proposed to my wife 2 times before she said yes to me?
Right.
Well,
That
the
happened.
first
That's
2 times
happening.
were a joke because I never heard that before. I've
Oh,
never heard
no,
that.
my father
stories,
proposed to
yeah.
my mom 3 times.
Wow.
My mom said no every time. Every time. And then the last one, she was like, fuck it. Go ahead. Let's do it. Because she wasn't ready. I know she, well, I didn't know, but I was 7, like 6 or whatever. So I saw this happen and my mom was like, yeah, I guess. It wasn't like she was ecstatic with like, it just was in front of my grandparents and it was like, you know, it was videotaped and everything. And my dad was like, you know, you marry me, like, you know, I'm a hood booger. Like,
I'm a hood booger.
And my mom was like, yeah, all right, whatever. And then they got married and whatever, but it didn't work out. So after 3 times, do you really like,
No.
you just, I don't think you're ready.
I think
you
it
don't want that
depends-
person.
I think it depends on the actual engagement. If it's like you said, the last time it was in front of your grandparents and family.
Mm-hmm.
If the initial engagement is in front of a bunch of people and it's this big to do and the woman says no, I agree with Alicia. The man is not going to continue dating. But if it's one of those things where it's like, babe, let's get married, and
If it's a conversation, that's different than a proposal on your
right, an
knees.
engagement.
So if we're having a conversation and I say, nah, I'm good, 2 years, that's not an engagement.
Right.
We're talking about on your knees with the ring.
It's too much.
My
And for
chest
sake
is
of
open
that-
to you.
And then my mom saw the
Come
ring
in.
already. It's like,
No.
this is underwhelming. You gotta get a new ring, right?
Guys can't even
overwhelming.
take.
you gotta get a new ring.
I would like one.
No.
You would like, I don't know if you could do that.
Wait,
No,
wait.
Gia.
Wait a minute.
Joking.
Wait.
No, you're not.
If I'm
No, you're not.
no.
Wait. Wait a minute.
No. I mean, I would like a new ring, but I wouldn't be like,
If
oh
he
my
proposed the
god.
second time?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I can't marry you because
Bitch,
you
you
didn't
didn't
give
even
me a
really
new
see the
ring.
first one.
I don't
Yes,
know.
you
Would
would.
y'all do
Yes,
that?
you
I
did.
If you say
I would
no,
be like, take a gander, and my eye would be full of the ring, and then be like, all right.
Because he's on his knee, like, and you're like,
But things happen so fast. See, I've never been proposed
you're not
to.
gonna see that
Same.
ring.
what you mean you're not gonna see the ring?
You gotta wait till he goes to sleep and go look for the ring.
are
There's
you
no way
talking
if
about?
you say no, he's
The
just
first
gonna
time?
hold the ring.
No.
Like, how are you seeing the
Hey,
ring?
you want to do this, Alicia? I've known you for a long time. It's been
The ring is
5
not open
years.
until will you marry me?
Will you marry me? You see the ring? It's right
Nah,
there.
it's not like you have it on your hand.
It
and
doesn't
you
matter,
see
but
the
you
ring.
see it, and then
But
you
isn't
had
it-
10
isn't it
seconds
kind of
to
symbolic
decide.
though? Isn't it symbolic that he keeps trying with the same
Same
on the
love.
knee, the same love, the same ring? Isn't that kind of like
Yeah,
sentimental?
that's
that is
great.
really
That's
beautiful.
nice.
Now that you put it like
Yeah,
that.
that's, now that you put it like that, that's really nice. But I'm just saying, I just seen it. Like I seen it. But okay, yeah, sure.
So maybe
Like,
it's not the
we'll
ring;
do
it's
it.
how he does it.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask y'all this: what will it take for you guys to say yes to a proposal?
Jesus Christ.
Meet the
How
right
we get
person.
here?
Obviously, but I'm just saying, like, what will it take?
I don't know. I
Like,
could very well meet the right person and just feel like
No.
I don't know, marriage.
I think your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, y'all need to be on the same page. Like, y'all just can't be proposing because one other person wants to. are not.
That's rude.
And I think
How it
that
happens,
is
though.
no, I think 85% of the time that is the case. That people, okay, she had 5 of my babies. I'm just go ahead and propose. I've been with him for 4 years. Might as well say yes.
I mean, if I have 5 of your babies, you better propose. Make an honest woman out of me.
Please.
That's all.
Bitch, you should have
make
been
an
honest.
honest
5
woman out of
babies
Babies ago, right.
It's all about honest.
Some people ride or die.
Yeah. I think, well, we're talking about the engagement, right?
Yes, Deanna.
I need you to have, I've thought about it, yes,
You
because
bitch, I'm planning her damn engagement
I
already.
just want my family around.
Same.
I would really, and just, you have to ask my mother or else I can't do this. So I need you to ask my mom.
Mom would stop it like, hey.
Yeah, you didn't ask me. This is crazy.
Sure.
But
This
I
is
need my
for me.
family, and I need a hidden camera guy, of course, because I want the
Yanni
pictures.
wants a whole production.
No, I just want the pictures. I don't need video. I just need the pictures so that I can have them for myself, so I can show my kids, hey, kids,
Here it is.
this is how your father did it. Or if you want to do a destination thing, that's cool too. But like, now I gotta reach out to everybody and waste the minutes. You know, if I'm in Paris
Or wait till you
whatever.
get home. Enjoy the moment of y'all being engaged and nobody knowing y'all having the moment with each other for each other. And when you get home, then you can,
I gotta
show
call my
everyone
mother,
else.
bro.
Speaking of destination
And she'll do all the
engagements,
communication for you. She'll tell the family.
do y'all
Oh, mom already knows. That's right.
Speaking of destination engagement, do y'all think that some of these destination engagements are staged?
What do you mean stage?
No.
Like, do y'all think that I don't know. I was scrolling down my
Sound like a
timeline.
hater, yo.
No, I don't think it's
I'm not
staged.
hating. I
don't think
am
it's
not
staged.
hating.
What do you mean they're
What would
staged?
be the benefit of staging a proposal?
For the likes?
Right.
Of
And
course.
if you're
I mean, for
that
this,
crazy
some
for
people do it, yo.
For the gram.
It's a real thing.
Oh no,
That's
that
what I'm
is.
saying.
Oh, I
well,
do
you've
know.
you've shot engagements before,
Do
Alicia.
know a situation where it was legit staged.
See?
I can't give too much.
But she didn't
detail.
say
But-
yes.
I don't want to
No.
give too much detail
But
about what
no,
I know
she
either.
said yes, but
Y'all better
it
give-
was like a conversation before her yes, and then it was like, okay, now let's take pictures for the gram. Like if
What?
I say yes, you're gonna stop cheating. You're gonna stop doing this.
Oh, this was
Okay, so now let's take a
ultimatum
picture for
engagement.
the gram.
No.
So stage in that sense, but
If
I don't think.
If I say yes, you're gonna stop cheating. Oh,
That's not the
That
point where
breaks
you
my
had that
heart.
conversation.
that breaks my heart.
That breaks my heart into
She
pieces.
should have said yes.
Cause that nigga ain't not gonna. That he never
Hell
gonna stop.
no.
That's
Hence to say they didn't get married. So
Dang.
Good for her.
well, yeah.
no, not
But
good
no,
for
no, no,
her.
no,
no,
She
not-
knew
she
the
didn't-
nigga
she
she
didn't go
was
through
with.
it.
She knew the nigga she was with.
I'm saying
You
good for
shouldn't
her.
be dealing
Imagine
with.
if she went further than the
She
engagement.
shouldn't even have been on wherever they were to get proposed to from the rip. If he's cheating on you and that's not what
That's
you
true.
want, why the fuck are you there to
Because she
begin with?
wanted to look like, to all the other bitches that be stalking her timeline or whatever and be like, I got him, I'm married, I got this, and she ended up not
she's
getting
whack.
married.
the one
And
with the
she's
ring.
stupid for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but ended up looking even dumber
That's
because
my
you didn't get
thing.
married.
Don't. No.
So
you don't have no intention of being with
yeah,
me.
no, like the one I shot,
do it.
Safira was not staged. I was positioned somewhere where they couldn't see me, but it wasn't staged.
See, then that's what I want.
That's
if it's
not staged.
destination, you got to get a hidden camera person.
You don't
so
even
that
need to do that.
I can do that. So, because I don't want to see. I don't even want to know it's happening. I probably will have some thought if you really want to take me somewhere, and I'm like, but we might be vacationing, so who knows? But I don't know. I just would really like a video just to show my kids. I need to show my kids something.
Yeah.
I wonder how Serena's happened.
Yeah.
And where the hell did he come
Where
from?
did he
So
come
it
from?
it seems as though they've been dating for like a year.
Really?
Yeah, because like people had pictures of them like out last year.
My man
But
probably
it was
got a
like
whole
no
bunch of
one.
money, too.
No, I think
No one
people.
knew
Here
they were
goes Serena
But
Stan.
I think people thought that they were like that was her team.
Yes.
Like that was one of her team. Like that's her manager slash.
It wasn't. It was a Reddit. He's a
a
one of the
Reddit
co-owners
founder.
or founder. There's
Yeah.
of Reddit. Listen, and let me just make it clear to the black men who really feel like
Child.
Serena Williams has done a disservice to
Some
you.
of them tweeted us.
You got a lot of nerve in your soul to sit here. Don't act like Serena's been dating white men all her life. She's been dating black men too.
Yes.
It didn't work out.
Common Drake,
Common and Drake. And who are very good looking men
who are amazing.
who probably didn't have it together or she didn't have it together for them and it didn't work out. You mean to tell me I want to sit here and really get mad at Serena for getting engaged to a white man.
They were going in like, oh my God, she's selling out. What do you think about this?
When is that narrative gonna fucking
with the
stop?
recent
Thank
election?
you. And that's my question.
I was like,
when are we
recent
going
election?
Yes, I saw that in one of
Reach.
my mentions, and I was like, this one thing don't have to do with the other. When is that narrative gonna stop? She fell in love with a white man. Who the hell cares?
She fell in love with a man.
That
Thank
too.
you.
He happens to be,
to be white.
Right.
And niggas need to really sit down.
Right.
Y'all wasn't checking for Serena any fucking way, because I can remember a few people, and I'm a Serena stan. I ride for Serena all day. I post pictures of Serena all day. That's my job.
Actually on her.
That's my
That's
job.
my job.
It's actually on her screen cover right now.
Enthusiast. That's my screen saver, bro. I've seen black men literally say, she's just too manly for me.
Yep.
She's just too brolic.
Yeah.
And that is your preference, and that's cool. But don't get mad at her for having a preference either.
Right.
And I can't understand that. Anytime a black woman does anything, you want to sit here and stomp on her and do all these things. But when
But
you
we
guys
need
do
to-
the same thing,
All the time.
then we're bitter
Right.
and we're angry.
And y'all
and
want
we're
to do this to
pissed.
black women, and we be the main ones backing y'all up anyway, holding y'all down.
We still are. We still do.
Yeah, we still do.
Despite.
But love is love. Love wins. I'm happy
Love wins.
For Rena
all
Reed.
the time for Serena, girl. Go get your man.
and did it and she did it so much in secrecy. Like, yeah, I'm engaged. And what?
Yeah.
She be chilling. When she's not on the court, it's not like she's not the type. She don't call the paparazzi.
No.
Like,
She
she's
don't.
not like, hey guys, I'll be on Rodeo
She's
Drive.
not.
Like she's chill.
She's really from the hood too.
Right.
Like I told y'all I met her, so like I firsthand
y'all I
experience.
I actually
love
know.
her, and she was so genuine and so happy, and just she was a black, like she was really amazing. I think that was the highlight of my 2016. That was amazing.
Yes.
I couldn't breathe. And for those who don't know, I dressed as Serena Williams on Halloween. I met Serena Williams on Halloween, and she liked my outfit, and she loved my gold medal, and she loved everything about
She
it.
loved you.
She really did like it. And
How
we-
old is Serena?
30-something.
34, I think.
Oh, I thought she got a young dude. He's 33.
Jeff just confirmed she's 35.
35. 35.
He's 33. He's about to be 34.
Yeah. I'm
Honestly,
just so
I
happy.
feel like if you're happy enough to make that step, that is the most beautiful thing in the world. And I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm glad for her. And I'm glad for everybody that's married and engaged.
I'm so
Yes.
happy
Oh,
for
yeah, you
every-
know all
for
the
y'all.
Twitter hoes and Instagram.
Good for y'all.
Yeah, but Twitter hoes need love too. So
No,
like,
no, I'm not saying that they
They
don't.
gotta-
I'm not saying that
they gotta
don't.
get their love, but they taking the niggas off your hands that you don't need.
So
So
true.
please, everything works for
The
you.
circle-
What's for you is for you,
Circle
bro.
of life.
Facts.
Don't. Yes, the circle of life is real. So I honestly, in real life, am happy with you. If, Serena, if you're listening to this, hey girl,
Which you probably are.
text me.
Hello.
We are, and I'm happy that you are married.
And let's be, there's still the conversation that happens about how black men ain't really out here loving black women like they should
Never.
either.
Listen.
So, I mean, now there is black love. It is beautiful.
Black love is alive and well.
Amazing.
Yes,
That'll like
amazing.
when you listen to some of these songs or you
Oh,
see the way
yeah.
that like
Speaking
some of
of
these
black
athletes
love.
get on or some of these rappers get on and they're no longer know what black women are. Like they're like, what do you mean?
As
Who's
long,
Shaniqua?
you know, like
Shaniqua.
I don't know Shaniqua.
as long as you're not disrespecting black women, date whoever you
Exactly.
any race. But I'm just saying, as long as you're not saying, well, I date only white women
Right.
because black women are
Have
this,
attitudes.
and this. All right, cool. I'm not cool with that at all.
That's my
I can't
thing.
do it.
That's my thing.
And if you want to date a white woman just because you
But what
love
if
that
every
white woman,
experience of a black woman has been X, Y, and Z for them?
Your mother is
and then you
black.
just-
Your
you-
and then you
mother is
just-
black.
Thank
so
you.
what?
Your mother is black.
So what?
I mean,
She could
not
very well
to
fall
me.
in one of those categories of
Not-
X, Y, and Z.
I
as
get
to
it,
why you don't.
but she gave birth to you.
but
so
when,
what?
So that's part
So
of
what?
you. You are black.
my father also played a part in giving birth to me as well.
Correct.
And I might very well fall in love and marry a white man. So what's that mean?
That's correct. But
As long as you're not saying-
I'm not saying you can't marry. You can marry any race that you want.
Just don't be
I'm talking about the
disrespectful.
disrespect
Just
part.
don't be disrespectful.
Why are you disrespecting a black woman and the person that you came from is a black
For
woman?
sure.
Or your sister
Your
is a black
sister's a
woman?
But
black
I'm not saying
woman.
that it was a matter of disrespect. If they have a preference to say, well, of the black women I have dated, they've been maybe loud, or they've been aggressive, or maybe I just can't. We just don't communicate, or they're too ambitious,
that's
and
like
it comes in the way of us having a mutual relationship with each other. Like if it's the legit things that aren't necessarily negative, it just doesn't fall into my preferences.
For you,
But there are
for
black
a
women that are not like that.
I was about to say, for
But like
one
I
person
said,
to say that.
if every single one of their experiences with a black woman is like that, regardless of if not every black woman is like that, aren't they then justified in saying, well, maybe this isn't for me, and then they go searching otherwhere?
I
Places?
really wish that. I mean, as long as you're open, because at the end of the day, I feel like a man saying that all black women. I just had this conversation with 2 black men today. Them saying that all black women have attitudes and are rude and stuff like that, and a white women aren't. What?
They might very well come across that, but maybe not as frequently. Or it could be a Spanish woman. It could be Indian woman. It could be any type of woman that isn't black.
But
Maybe
all women got attitudes. That's
That's
what
what I'm saying. I don't like
understand.
that
Narrative.
That narrative of the black woman. I can't get along with a black woman because she has an attitude, because she's loud. To me, I think that's beautiful, because that makes us who we are. And like Deani said, all black women aren't necessarily loud. They're not necessarily attitudey, but I think there's many sides to being a black woman. And I feel like you, as a black man, should not be disrespecting it when that is where you came from.
And
that's
that's
what
who
I'm
you-
saying.
I
who
agree with
raised
that.
you.
I just feel like
Agreed.
there's a piece of non-ignorance in this situation or these circumstances.
Absolutely,
but I do
because-
agree with
because-
not
but I
being-
don't think those things that you're saying are necessarily a justifiable reason to want to date another race. Oh, because women in general, like Deani was leaning toward, women in general are colorful people too. Just being a woman that's also a part of being a woman.
Yeah, I went to school with Indians who had attitudes.
But not even just that. Every race, every culture, every
it could
culture.
be discrimination over a phenotype. It could be I don't date skinny bitches. They have no ass, or they can't take dick the way I want to give dick.
Well, then
I can
just
only
don't
date
me, nigga.
Then it's like those could be negative attributes as to why you prefer
all I'm
otherwise.
asking,
But it's
all
like
I'm asking is that you don't disrespect. That's it.
That's it.
Date
Just a
date
little
who you want to
respect.
date. Date whoever you want to date, bro. I hope, I don't know if I can say I'll date, outside. I tried
well, you
it.
said you
I
would.
tried it.
You said
I don't know. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am.
trying to get it together.
I'm sure, right. But I like my grandmother is mixed, so I can't really sit here and be like, yeah, I'm not with it. But just don't disrespect. Like
That's my
don't
thing.
disrespect. That's
Like,
it.
I can't hear out your mouth and look at you the same if you tell me that you
And you make
do
a,
not date
you're
black
disgusted.
women. Right.
Like, there's people that look at black women like they're disgusted.
Right.
And I'm like, do you look at your mom like that? Do you
Right.
look at your mother like that? Or maybe you had a bad experience with your mom where you're like, yes, I do look at her like this.
And then I'm like, okay,
that's true.
yes,
too.
I do look at
all
that
right,
bitch.
well
That's
then,
true
God
too.
bless. Sorry.
And if you do, you know what? You're right. You know what? You should seek some help. But most definitely feel that way, sir.
And I
but I'll
also-
slap the shit out of you if you come up to me
There
with
we
them
go.
disrespectful ass disgust look. I'll slap the shit out of you.
I
But
agree with that
stay
too,
blessed.
because I
slap
feel
the
like
shit
there's
out
a
of you.
one-sidedness to the, and this isn't like a general thing, but the relationship between an understanding of black men and their strifes and their attitudes and their pains. We always understand because we know the world is attacking them. But let's not forget that black women are on the totem pole, probably below y'all.
I'm about to say.
Because we have been the people, the caretakers, and the backbone of America since freaking slavery.
And you
so
know-
at the end of the day, no one's checking for us, and it's your job to protect us. And so that's why we
Wait, so
feel
no
away.
one's checking for us, so it's your job to check for us?
No, it's your
No,
job to
protect.
us, like just to make sure that we're good.
I hope that you can.
The Black Lives Matter The entire movement was started by three black women. My whole thing is we have always been there fighting for our brothers, whether they're being killed or not, whether they need to be uplifted or not. Right. We are the first ones to celebrate.
Historically, yes.
But when we do stuff, it's just, I don't feel like it's the same type of respect and admiration, and that's where my problem lies. And it's not with all black men. I'm not saying all black men think that way. I'm just saying there is an alarming rate of black men who will be like, yeah, shout out to, all the girls out there, but now I don't date black chicks because no. That same passion that you get mad at for us having an attitude is the same passion that leads us to the front lines to fight for your ass when you're not fighting. So, like, at the end of the day, I can't respect you when you say that.
Facts.
These are the facts.
What, Rebecca?
I know she got 100 rebuttal because she being.
Say it.
I don't necessarily have a rebuttal. I haven't ruminated on the idea enough to say something that I feel has legs right now as a rebuttal. But I know there's something in there where it's like, it's very dangerous to generalize like that.
Yeah.
Especially if not everybody has come across it. Like, that's just, it's hard. It's very dangerous to generalize because it's just the running narrative at the moment.
Right.
No, like, is that really what the case is, or that just sounds great as, like, rhetoric when it comes to black women and black men and love and black love and where's this and where's that?
I feel like every other ethnicity does that for their race. Like
Absolutely.
Jewish
But
people.
every other that could just be our narrative for us. Every other ethnicity has a narrative for them, which is just as stigmatic. Like,
but we're talking about this specifically.
I think you were leaning to it too. Historically, like you were saying, the black woman has always been that, well, obviously the matriarch, but it's always been the black woman on the forefront of things, leading things, carrying the men, taking care of, nurturing, being the mother. Initially, men were the head of the family. They protected. But over time, in the black community and in the black family, that started to deteriorate. Because our men got sent to war.
Right.
Because
or
our men
in
were
jail.
sold.
But that also
because our
happened in
men
white
got put in
families.
jail.
That also happened
Nope.
not
Nope.
for the same reasons, but there has been a deterioration of patriarch and matriarch.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
I just said that. I just said the reasons aren't the same, but there has been a deterioration of families amongst all races and cultures for different reasons, yes, but everything has shifted because time has shifted. Things have evolved. Wars have started. There's been the women's suffrage movement. Women have gone to work. They stopped raising children, or they stopped having goals of having children. 2.5 kids in a white picket fence. They've had goals of running the corner office.
I think
so.
it's
Then
just
there becomes an
magnifying in the
imbalance
black
in the house.
community.
It is magnified for different reasons, but there has been a growing imbalance in the house, in families, across the board. Our narrative is different. Like I just said, back to my original point, our narrative is different because that's just always been the case. But there are several other narratives that are just as true to other races, that's why it makes me like it's
I
weird
respect
to
what
generalize
you're
it.
saying, but I think it's very much more, like I was saying, I think it's very, and you said you agree. I think it's very much more magnified in the black community because of the things that have gone on. White men haven't been sent to jail. They haven't been put on drugs.
Sold in slavery.
You can't say that because we can't compare other people's narratives to our narrative.
I think what Safira
they
is
have
just
their
trying to
own
say
though,
is
which
that
we're not privy to because
we
we've never
don't-
lived the lives of their own.
I grew up in white schools, and then
Yeah, but you're not a white person. You never.
No,
you didn't grow up in a
I
white
wasn't.
house.
I was. Oh well, I wasn't. No, I wasn't a white child. I cannot say that. But what I can say is that when I would go over my white friends' houses, it wasn't like my black friends' houses. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not completely outside of the white community because where I grew up. So I'm not white. Never have been, can't even fake it. My hair is nappy shit. But at the end of the day, like, I do believe, like, we have seen the historical repercussions of the Willie Lynch, like, everything that those books, that shit's still happening.
We still see that today.
That's
Absolutely.
still happening. Black
100%.
men
I
get
think
scared.
what
I'm not saying
Sarah's
it's not
trying to say
happening.
is
I'm
that
not denying any of this.
So
at
that's
all.
what we're just.
we
that's
just
our
do
point.
the worst job sticking together. That is pretty much what you're trying to say.
That-
Out of
and
every
I
other
just-
ethnicity and culture, a black community, we do a terrible job at sticking together in any
I
situation.
think that biggest
whether it be
issue is that we have
professionally,
no
whether it
community.
be, and
That's
there
just
you go.
it.
Then that's the problem.
Yeah.
We can't
But-
do business together. We can't do anything together. You look at all these other people that come to their country, into America. I don't want to say our country like I sound like Trump, but they come to America and they make something of themselves. When people from Mexico come here, they pretty much build villages, and they start businesses. They have their homes where they say, we're going to send other people here, and then we're going to start some other type of business. Black people don't do that. We don't. I'm not saying that we don't.
Because the Black Wall Street was there, and it was
I'm not saying that
bombed.
we don't, but we
Yes, it
don't.
was.
We don't. Right. But I'm saying, but
We get attacked
We do get
for
attacked.
rising up, and our men get.
But we don't come back together. We never pick up the pieces and come back together.
So wait,
I
I'm
think
sorry.
we come back together.
I'm trying to-
I mean, but after
stripped.
getting
very
your legs
scarce. That's
kicked
true,
from
though.
under
I
you
can't
so
even- I
many
can't even
times.
disagree
That's what I'm
with you on
saying.
that.
After getting your legs kicked from under you so many times, how many times you have to try to get back together, but try to figure out, okay, what are we going to do next time? Do you know how many times we had to do that? And I know
past.
it's
And that
exhausting.
should be a reminder
and it's
of why we
tiring.
shouldn't kick each other down. That should be a constant
Yes,
reminder.
crabs in a
period,
barrel
point
is a
blank.
real thing.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I totally get that. But what I'm saying is we have been literally stomped on so many times. I don't know. Coming back up, it's gonna be. You're gonna be
No,
a bit
for
more
sure.
hurt.
It's hard,
You-
but
For
niggas do
sure.
it.
But we got
Niggas do it all the time. But
Yo,
I'm saying,
but I don't
as to
understand.
come together as a community, I think it's very hard to do. I'm not saying that I'm not giving us a reason, any excuses. But I'm saying, shit, I still, Trayvon Martin, all these, it's like everybody.
And it should
Brown.
be
It's getting
reminders.
killed.
Tamir
And
Rice.
so
It should be reminders.
I'm going to protest, and I'm protesting, and I'm protesting, and I'm protesting, and still, you get the verdict. They let this man go. You're like, okay, so what are you gonna do now? So I get, yes, we have to stick together and do more for our community. It's just so belittling to my race that I honestly feel like we have no control over anything anymore. It's just throw us in jail, go ahead. It's sad that now, today, if I hear somebody got shot, I literally, like, not to smile or nothing, I literally shrug and be like, well, you know what they're gonna do. You know what's gonna happen. I don't have any faith. None.
Wow.
I don't have any faith. And so, when you have little faith, it's hard to come together.
And
You're running out of faith.
And I think faith is connected to hope, which is connected to love, and maybe that's
But that's just so
why
backwards to
we're
me
just
that
not
those are the things that disconnect us. Like, if Trayvon Martin is the but if that's an example that we're going to use, and we're sad that it didn't go the way we all expected it to go, isn't that more reason for us to be like, all right, what are we going to do in our community today to change the way our black men in our homes are treated, to make them, when they leave our homes,
Right.
act a certain way?
Well, I do.
I don't understand.
Act a certain way.
I don't
And if you
understand.
act well, or according to what a policeman,
No,
is
I'm not
trained
talking
to,
about-
they
Right.
will shoot.
I do think that
I'm just saying.
we are getting to a point, especially in this new year and in the past year, 2016. I think we are getting to a point that we are coming back together. Our
agree.
generation is
We're trying.
very
I
hard,
agree to
from
that.
businesses to leaders to even social media, people. But I don't think that the effort is enough, because I look at, like, when things happen and celebrities' reactions to it, but then you turn around and Chris Brown and Soulja Boy is arguing on thing. But they posted, these are people who posted about
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown and all that
Trayvon.
stuff, but y'all are doing ignorant shit like that.
I think-
so it's kind of like you're doing it in vain.
Here's
And that's
here's my problem with
all
our
starts at the
generation.
home.
I think our generation has really sat here and think we're entitled to, like, everything,
Yes.
and we crave instant gratification
Yes.
all the time. So when shit doesn't work in our favor, we literally be like, "All right, guys, well, time to pack it up, go home. We
tried.
We tried.
For 3 hours.
Thank you. We tried to retweet. We tried to Instagram it. We all turned our avatars to black. Didn't work out.
Yeah.
So gotta go home now.
But
I
then
think-
there are those people like the Dream Defenders and the Justice
Yes.
League, and people who actually do the ground
Yes.
root work, that are trying. So
yes, they're trying. Yes, they are trying. But I'm saying there's
hard.
other people.
But the most of us,
Yes,
are
the
like,
most of us are
retweet.
sitting there like, retweet.
We
Let
did
me
it.
change my avatar to black.
One time I got to be
All
at Union
right.
Square.
Trying to Square.
One time. You going?
Deuces in the air.
Nah, I sent my friend.
Yes. She gonna send me the picture so I can post on Instagram.
She gonna be live. She gonna be live.
And that's all that we do. We have to do more than that. Get in your communities. You really have to. Like, I'm speaking for myself too. I need to do more and understand the system. I think, we have to watch more documentaries. We have to do the research. We don't do the research. I don't do the research.
It's not just about standing up with a picket sign when somebody gets shots either. It's more than that. It's about doing actual things in your community.
Right.
Working with the businesses in your community.
Right.
Talking to the people that walk down the street.
I was just about to say that it doesn't even have to be
when somebody gets shot.
That's 14.
It literally can
something.
start off, hi, how you doing? Have a good day, King. And that is enough.
Does it have to be, King?
No. But either way, it's just a
I'm
matter of
sorry.
just
I just like to remain
sometimes
as
it needs
objective
to
as
be
possible
because some of these men don't know that. You'd be very surprised how many black
You are
men
worth it.
will be like, I can't do that. I'm not good at. You'll be very surprised if you think that that's too much or that's too whatever the word may be. You'll be very surprised. I forget where I was at, but I was somewhere, and this man was just like surprised that I even spoke to him to say hello or have a good day.
That is
so
true.
people,
Words have power.
You do not
So
know what
much
somebody's
power.
life is going through.
Did you
so
call him King?
either way, it's just a matter of just knowing that sometimes you just need to say hello. Sometimes you
I'm
need
sorry.
to just do something
I'm
in
sorry.
your community for our men.
sorry.
I mean, when somebody
And-
calls me queen, I really do.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Good
Yeah.
for y'all.
It's no
Good for y'all.
different.
Stop being a
It's a very-
dickhead.
I'm not being a dickhead. I have a point of view about it. Good for y'all. I'm glad that y'all feel the way that when people call you queen. That's great. I'm not being sarcastic. When niggas call me a queen, I be like, it makes me uncomfortable.
Why?
Because you can call me something else. Like, why does it have to be that? Like, I'm just a fucking human being. Just talk to me regular.
I don't. But
You
that's
know,
the
that is
thing.
regular.
But that's what she just said. Sometimes people
Like,
need that.
I would just like to know, like, if you're gonna say hi to me, just and the whole point of our interaction to give me words of encouragement. Maybe I might be having a bad day, and your conversation really lifted my spirits. Doesn't have to come with the queen.
No,
and
no.
goddess.
No.
And yes,
No.
queen.
No, I get where you're coming
exactly.
from.
It just has to be
Because
I see you looking
sometimes
down
people-
right there, but it's gonna look
Right.
up. It's
And
gonna
I
look
get
up.
where you're coming from because sometimes people
Yeah.
do catch on to the fad of the time.
Thank you.
I
It's
get
just the
that.
fad. That's
But
I don't
bothering
think
me.
that's
but
a
not,
fad at
it's
all.
not always. No, I get what
Because
she's
there's
saying.
older black men that say it as well. There
Right.
are younger black
And
men
I
And
would
that
great
say
for
it
them.
as
That
well.
might be your
So-
generation. It's still not gonna make me feel like, oh, because you're old, I have to be
But
okay.
no,
Like, I'm
no.
cool with it.
I just feel like you have your side. I understand. There are people who they catch on to the fad of the time. Everybody's getting woke.
For sure, but
Everybody's
that's not
talking
every
like that.
circumstance.
But that's not every circumstance.
Absolutely.
And sometimes these young kids need to be called queen. Need to be called king.
Because
Because they
really
be getting called bitch,
Right.
thot, and
like,
everything else.
But I
legit
get where
don't
you're
know.
coming from. I get where you're coming from. There's kids that live in the hood. They don't get called queen. They don't get called king.
And
Beautiful.
legit don't know.
They
I'm
don't.
not,
They
I'm not
get
talking about
called
kids, though. I'm
nigga.
talking about grown adults.
But there's people out here that don't get called that
And
either,
they really
and they've
legit
never
don't
been called
know.
that.
When they're in their homes, they're
But I-
being called everything other than what they should be
I
called.
get what you're
So when
saying.
you leave the house, I think it's okay sometimes to say something like that.
That's a circumstance that I'm very familiar with. I don't step out my house and say I wish somebody would just talk to me in some type of way to kind of counter all that bullshit.
No, but I don't think anybody wishes that somebody can speak to them some type of way. But if your head is hung down one day,
Some
or
people
you're-
do. Some people
do for
literally
sure. But if
have
you're walking
plans
down
to
the street,
kill themselves when they walk out the house.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
But I don't think if you say queen, that's going to change their mind. I think
No,
just
no,
the fact
no.
that you're having a conversation
Yes,
with
I'm
them.
not saying.
It's-
I never said the queen
not
will
specific
definitely.
to the
That
queen or
throws
the
the
king.
stamp on it. Now he's definitely not gonna kill himself tonight.
Right.
Like
No,
I'm not
but-
saying that, but I'm definitely saying the queen. I do feel good when somebody calls me queen.
I feel like it's an
if
effort.
it's without the queen, cool too. I did have a great conversation that did make me feel better. Thank
and
you.
it doesn't
does
even
not matter.
have to be a
It
conversation.
doesn't matter if
it could just be
queen or
legit,
king
like
are
your
in
day
it.
is gonna get better, or good day, king, or whatever, good day, queen, whatever the fuck they want to say. It's just a matter of having a conversation. The whole point of that
It's just a matter of
was
courtesy.
just having a conversation with the
Being
people
a
in your
fucking
community
human.
more. We don't do that. We will walk down the street and be like, this nigga right here looks XYZ.
Or walk down the
This
street and
bitch
just
right
be
here
in your
looked at
phone.
or walk down the street and be in your phone. But that's something that we lack in the community because we're too busy either being judgmental or whatever the case may be against one another as opposed to showing as much love as we possibly can. It's like you said, starts in our community and it starts in our home. Period, point blank.
Or even if you can't give some words, just smile. Just smile. Hey, how you doing? No, sorry, smile. You don't say nothing, right? And if you don't have that, then sit your miserable ass home and think about what you have to do for the community, because maybe it's not talking to people or smiling at people.
Right, because I don't think that everybody's activism looks the same. Like,
Fact,
if your activism is you being excellent, all of us have a platform here. Us being excellent and being transparent in our truth so other people understand what black women sometimes think about is activism.
Right.
Us being excellent at our craft and just being courageous enough to talk is activism. Black love is activism. Love is activism in the face of all this hate. Everything that we do that has a positive, I think, spin and a positive ringing into the community, I think could be activism. Right. But it doesn't have to be the same way. So...
No, I
do
appreciate
your
all
activism,
of this,
fam.
And this is the point I'm trying to get. Like, we always get so comfortable in the same narrative. Like, all we're doing is regurgitating shit that we've read or that we've been told or pundits on news channels have basically said to us. Like, it's one thing to know that story, but then what else are we saying on top of that? How are we adding to that conversation? So it's always like, well, have you thought about it like this? Or I'm objective in this way. And all that disagreement causes Gia to say activism is different for everybody. Because it's not always a how you doing, queen? Or it's not always a march. Or it's not always a turning your avatar black. It's just maybe like something different. Like, what's different? Because we've always been saying the same thing. What's different?
Find something else
And
to do in the community. Whatever suits you will suit you. And go and change the world, people.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Go and change your world. How about that? Change the world.
I think you just
that you
don't.
want to change.
I think you just don't like cliche things.
Change the world.
I don't like cliche
Right,
things.
which is totally fine.
Because
But there
that's-
are people out there who
That's numbing.
right.
Yeah.
But there are people out
who
there
don't
who
even know anything past that.
Right. You have to recognize that.
So
There are.
do that, but don't let that be your stopping point either.
Oh,
No.
it's just the tip
No,
of
it's
the
not.
iceberg.
I feel like y'all think I'm talking to y'all. I know y'all. That's not gonna be our stopping point. But out there,
Just out
don't
there.
let that be your
But
stopping
there
point.
are people that do not know anything other than what they know in their homes. So if they decide to say king, then that should be okay because
I
that
never
is all
said
they
it
know.
was bad. I'm just saying, don't let
No,
that
but
be
if
your
I
stopping
feel like
point.
if somebody walks down the street and say, "Have a good day, queen," you're gonna be like, "Oh my God," whatever the case
that's
may
absolutely
be.
incorrect.
That's what
That's
it sounds
absolutely
like.
incorrect. I feel a way about it, but I'm not gonna be like, "Oh my God, queen." Queen.
I mean,
No, I'm gonna say.
Whoa.
I'm gonna
are
say.
you gonna respond?
Thank you. I'll
I'm
say
not
thank
a
you.
queen.
I personally feel a way about using pronouns like that just seem like they're just so prevalent. Like, it's just something to throw out these days. Like the same thing as, oh, I'm woke. Like, what the fuck does woke mean anymore? Everybody's fucking woke. What does that really mean? Y'all can't even talk to me about shit that really fucking mad because I don't really fucking understand the shit. Y'all just regurgitating everything. That's why I don't like it when niggas just run with the same narrative. That's why I'm bothered. That's why I always ask questions.
But what if some
I
people
wanna
just
challenge
believe in the
people.
same narrative? Maybe they just believe in
That's
that
it.
narrative.
You know what?
But
If you
again-
believe in it and you believe in it thoroughly, there has to be a different way which you express it. Like, if I don't feel as if I'm hearing something different from you than I've heard from everybody else on the fucking television, I don't know, there's something about it that
there
I feel like
are some
I just
people
can't
that are
rock
not
with
that
you.
intellectually smart that just
It doesn't
don't
have
know
to be
anything
intellectual.
past
It doesn't
that.
have to be intellectual at all. It just has to be different. It has to be refreshing.
They don't know
That's it.
There's some people.
We need to go to a black community, like super inner city, have a conversation with some kids, and then I think everybody's gonna be like, okay, it's a lot worse than we thought in our community.
Oh,
Like, terrible.
I remember.
There are people.
There
Like,
was, I mean,
it's
this
sad.
is totally out of like. I remember there was like a girl. She had to be like 10 years old, 11 years old, and we were on the train, and she just kept looking at me, and I was like, hi. You know, I smiled. I said, "You're beautiful." This girl broke down and cried.
Yes.
And I was like,
That's better than good morning, queen.
oh, no. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be the queen.
So
But I
stop
said this.
looking at me. I'm just
But I
saying
said this. But I said
this
this.
is the reason why.
I said this over and over again. It does not have to. be the queen. It's what you say
Exactly.
to this
Words have
person.
power.
It doesn't have to. Queen does not have to be involved.
Because
I just
beautiful
said
is
I
super
like
cliche
queen.
too.
Right.
And it could be it could be cliche, but she was absolutely stunning.
Right.
Yes.
And I thought her smile was stunning.
And people
And she was
know.
adorable.
And they
for
do not
her
know.
to think that she had no idea that she was beautiful is nuts to me.
Right.
Because then I said, well, what are you crying for? I was like, it's okay. I was like, okay, you're fine. She was like, I never heard that.
Right.
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 I was like, you've never heard you're beautiful
I
before.
spoke at a school. Same
She said
thing with.
she's never heard it before. She said she's always heard, you're dark. You're dark.
Yep.
You're dark. You're dark. And she said that's why she kept looking at me because she was trying to figure out how I was so happy to be dark. Like she really tried to figure it out. And I was like, no. You don't come to please everybody.
Come on now.
You please yourself, and with pleasing yourself, you love yourself. And I was like, it don't matter what shade you are. I don't care if you want to change the shade. You love whatever shade you want to be. You understand?
And
So
let me-
love this shade. I love my shade. I said I would never change my shade for anything. And you have to definitely love yourself all the time. I don't care what they say at home. I don't care what they say at school. I don't care what they say when you go to work. You'll get older, you go to work. I don't care. You have to love yourself first, and that's what we have to practice with these
And they
kids.
don't know
we
how to do
have
that.
to practice. Queen and king don't fuck. All right, cool. You want to throw that out? Cool. Please just make sure you practice self-love with these kids.
See,
Not
that's
even
the
just
bigger conversation.
Right.
Is having that conversation,
Right.
not
For
just
sure.
throwing out a compliment. Because to be honest, nigga, queen and shit, that's like a hollering slogan now. Instead of like, ayo ma, it's now ayo queen, because that's just the wave. That's just the shit right now. That's just
I mean,
the
they've been
vernacular
doing
right
that.
now.
They've been doing that
They've been
forever.
doing it
But,
for a while,
but it's
but-
way more prevalent. But it's just the fact that it's like it goes deeper than just saying one thing. It's you stood with that girl and you had that conversation that she'll probably never ever have again, or never ever will have, never
Never
had
have- yeah,
prior.
with that- right.
But it's that extra step. It's that refreshing moment of not just like here's a black Barbie doll. You see, this is beautiful. Like it's like it's that human connection.
Right.
It's that I really do see you.
But some
I
people
really do understand.
Some people see
sometimes
the
you
king
can't-
and queen as human connection.
Exactly.
You don't really know what they see. That's what I'm saying. They don't see that. They don't see shit.
And
And
it
you
doesn't-
can't
it's
always
just-
they
stop
just don't
and
see
have a
nothing.
conversation
Let me just
either.
interject.
They don't.
It just doesn't have to be kids that are in inner city. It could be the kids that live in the suburb. It
Talk
could be the
about
kids
it.
that live. It could be, and if we're gonna just go across the board, it could be children that aren't just black.
Amen.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yes,
And I get
absolutely.
that,
Yes.
but we the Black Girl Podcast, so we focusing on black. I'm sorry.
We only got time for one race
right,
today.
right now. But that is real talk. When I used to teach dance,
Oh,
these
yes.
girls,
Listen.
shapely, come in short, tall, fat, skinny. I'm to this, and yes, skinny girls be having issues in dance too.
Oh,
like
no,
you
for
have
sure.
to talk to these children, and
Okay.
not just
Yeah.
the children, the teens. You, Deani, Gia, Rebecca,
Need it
Alicia,
every day.
everybody. It goes back to the self-care, mental health talk.
You have to.
People don't know.
I
And-
taught
and they don't-
dance.
point
I
blank.
taught dance to a after school what was it again? I can't remember. Is it Boys and Girls Club? I can't remember what it was. Couple of summers ago, and I was teaching them dance literally in the basements of a projects, like water all over the place, whatever the case may be. When I first got there, when I tell you these girls were more than sassy with me, like didn't want to open up to me because I didn't kind of speak like them or whatever the case may be. But the last week of me being there, it was my birthday. They all wrote me notes saying how they were so thankful of me coming there, and I changed their lives. And I couldn't understand at first because I'm like, how did I really change their lives in 4 weeks? But when I spoke to them and I read these letters, these little girls really didn't think that they were like they could be anything other than what they see their parents or aunties to be, which
Or
is
what they tell 'em they
what
could
they
be.
tell them, because sometimes these parents or whatever the case may be will be like, well, no, you can never be that because your family doesn't come from that. So when they saw me and I would tell them cliche things like, you guys can do whatever is possible, that was way more than enough. Like, I didn't have to dig that deep with them because that was something that they never heard before, because they don't think it's possible.
But think about the people who get told, I'm sure some of us have gotten that talk. Oh, you're gonna go to nursing school. You're gonna be a doctor. You're gonna
And
be
they
a
don't even
lawyer.
get that.
And that's not. But that's not what you want to do.
Right.
You wanted to do X, Y, and Z, but your parents are saying, this is what you're going to do with your life because this is what I have. Like, there are people out there
I
like
have
that.
planned.
Oh no, for
I
sure.
have plans for you to do X, Y, and Z, and you're not going to disappoint me.
Sometimes it's not even about how cliche it is. It's on how genuine
Yeah,
you
That's
are.
all it's
The
I don't
energy,
care how
your
you
intention.
can
And
literally.
you'll feel
the
that.
way the beautiful came out. I guess to the girl, it came off genuine because it was, and I didn't understand why. But my thing is, it doesn't even matter. You can say shoot for the stars,
Right.
as long as it's genuine and you are looking that person in the eyes and you totally believe, like without knowing their past and knowing what they came from and all that. If you know for real, you have the potential to do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yep.
These kids just
Please
need
do
guidance.
it, and that's it. Like
and they need
Yes.
that's it.
Yes.
So as long as you pass the message on people
love.
and definitely just give people genuine conversation.
Exactly.
And tell them and practice self-love so that people can see you practice self-love so that they can practice
They
self-love.
don't have to see it. They're going to feel that.
Yeah.
energy.
Right. You
Okay,
can't
but
love
that is
nobody
see
like
it too. I could see when someone is totally
Absolutely.
happy and genuinely in
Absolutely
love
in
with
their
themselves.
skin.
You
Yeah.
can see it. It's like, you know how
Absolutely.
people say, "Oh, you have a glow about
It's magnetic.
you."
not even
Someone told
just a
me
glow.
when I cut my hair, "Oh my God,
Yes,
you got
you
this.
did.
You have this
You had
sexiness
this.
about you.
Yeah.
Look at you. Your hair." I'm like, I don't know.
No, for sure.
But like, you can tell when
You was ready,
when you're,
honey.
I'm still ready with these
Right.
braids too.
Yes, you the cutest. Blonde
Yeah,
braids.
it's just important. It's so important, especially starting the year. It's just important.
Yes.
I know
Self-love
we talk about
challenge.
self-love a lot in these episodes, but I
It's
think
It's so
important.
crucial.
I think it's so essential, bro. It's so and if you can't like give it to somebody else, just do it for yourself so that it can shine through and somebody else can see
And you
it.
can't love anybody correctly until you love yourself.
yourself.
And you
And
can't pour
please-
energy into anyone else until you give your energy to
You gotta know
yourself.
what it's
Because you
like.
will end up draining yourself. Trust me.
Talk about it.
You're listening to the drainer. All right. I drain myself
Drano.
consistently.
Man, burnout is real.
I burn myself out like no other. I am the
about it.
burntest bitch walking.
You're crispy
But
as
listen,
shit.
I'm crispy as shit out here, bro. I am crispy crunchy out here.
Yeah.
So my thing is practice that energy and giving it all to yourself. It's okay to be selfish with yourself.
Thanks,
And-
Miss Celibacy.
Right.
Hi, I'm
It's okay.
agreeing with
Thanks.
everything here. Retweet.
And this all comes full circle. It's
Retweet.
just it's important to do whatever you feel you need to do for yourself.
Yes.
Be selfish. Please be selfish for 2017 with yourself. Not be selfish, period, but
Right.
be selfish with yourself and think about yourself, care for yourself, love yourself. And I think that
Treat
was it.
yourself.
Treat
Be
yourself.
ready. Be ready, guys.
Yes.
There's a lot of abundance and love coming. I feel it
Yeah.
for a lot of people, So
Yeah.
It
I
just
feel
gets
like
tiring. Like if you're just not about love, it's tiring to try to give energy to somebody that you just don't fuck
not
with.
even-
Oh
or
my God.
I'm not
Oh
even.
my-
I'm
it's
not
like
even
the
talking
older
about
you
the
get, you don't got
whole
the-
dating
Why
thing.
am I
I'm
even
talking
in
about
that?
Not even-
you
not
have to
in
make.
general.
Well, you have to make room for that's what I mean. You have to kind of let go of those things so you can make room for the right thing.
Right.
But in that transition, you have to learn how to love yourself enough to let that
And
go.
it's so easy to love though, because I think you were getting ready to say this, Rebecca. It takes too much to hate someone.
Way
I
too
actually
much.
realized that.
Jesus.
I realized
It
that
hurts you
it takes-
more.
It takes a lot to be angry. It takes a lot, and I realized that today.
Yep.
You know, I'm dealing with a lot health wise. It takes a lot to have that, plus be mad about why I'm dealing with that, plus be mad about why somebody don't like me. That's a lot.
Yeah, you
Because now I
can't.
have to think about all these things when I
Instead
could
of
just
what?
let it go
Let
and
it
be
go.
like, you know what?
You can't control how people feel about
That-
you.
you can't control people.
You
Period,
can't control
bro.
period. But I mean, you
Like-
can't control people period. But my thing is, you really can't control how people feel about you. I have tried. I have tried, God. I have tried to literally, and it turned out to be me being aggressive with people and me being angry and me being, I can't express to you more how important it is to literally drop whoever the fuck is giving you negative energy all the time. And you have to see it. Like, you see it. You just don't want to see it. And you can think about the person, but you're like, I need this person, or this person will be mad at me, or this person, he doesn't or she doesn't really mean it like that. She's just, that's the way she is.
Right.
If that's the way she is, bro,
You need to
that's
leave
the way
her.
she's always going to
Yep.
be, or he is always going to be. And he's going to continue to drain you, and she's going to continue to take that energy out of you that you spent so much time getting back, the good energy that you wanted. Take it and drain it out of you. I suggest you, and it's the beginning of the year, I just started blocking niggas. Just blocking
I block
women,
everyone.
men,
But I don't think
everybody.
that's all the way healthy either. I think I don't like the blocking thing. I think only because I think there should be a conversation, and then it's okay, we're mutual on this, and then you could continue your relationship with that person.
It's clarity.
And I think yes, because I think low key blocking or whatever is a way to kind of run away from the
passive-aggressive.
situation. Okay, this is why me and you can't be friends. Or let's talk about what the issue is with me and you. My problem with me and you is XYZ. And then you have the conversation. If you guys can't come to some type of, I don't want to say agreement or mutual agreement or whatever the case may be.
Consensus.
But, right, then, okay, so we grew out of our friendship moving forward.
But there are people
Or we grew
Who
out
are
of
crazy.
Or
No,
dating.
not even that.
Well,
There are
then-
people who don't need clarity. I don't need to. I don't like me. I'm a type of person. I do not, and I said this a couple episodes ago. I don't owe you a goddamn thing.
No, for sure.
Don't owe you clarity. I don't owe you charity. Nothing.
No, I
Not as
think
much
it's
as you drain me. Not as much as you spent my energy.
Especially if it's someone who's doing something
On
to me.
intentional.
Intentionally,
Yeah,
physically, mentally.
Yeah,
Listen,
no. I don't think you owe them anything, but it could be a hey, so
Nope.
this is how I feel moving forward. I don't think this is gonna rock no more. Just letting you know if you don't ever see me again, this is why. Like I think that's
I don't
okay.
I mean,
even-
that's super.
That's mature, I guess.
That's
me,
what to say.
I'm
That's-
just like,
That's mature.
you're not
honestly,
going to see me again
Your
because
personal
you're not
truth.
going to see me again.
I don't have nothing for you, bro. I
Are you
can't
talking
do it
about
no more.
like niggas? Are you
No,
talking about
women.
anything?
Women
I'm talking
and
about
men.
men,
Bro
women.
is
I'm talking
there
about
are
both.
universal
people. There are
term.
people who, and I guess
Bro
this is
is
the
a plant.
perfect time to talk about it. There are people who I literally left December 31st, 2016, and did not carry them. And I'm talking about I loved them, like. Till my dying day, thought we was going to the end when the Saints go marching in, all that good stuff. No, not when you making me
Can I ask
feel
you why?
a certain,
Like,
because
not to give me a specific situation, but give me a reason. Like, give me a scenario and give me a
I'm
reason
too good
why.
of a friend.
Okay.
I'm too good of a person,
Because I was just
and you're not gonna ruin my day.
right.
And I'm not going to continue trying
You do it all
to.
the time.
And this is a
You do it all the
conversation that
time.
I
It
was
just never-
having
it
with
reoccurs.
Right.
I
It's
was-
too.
I was
what's
having this
going on?
conversation with a friend of mine where she felt the same way. She was going to leave people in 2016 because she felt like she was too good of a friend. And her friend said to her, "You have to understand that everybody's not going to be a friend how you're going to be a friend." And
Absolutely
I
true.
actually was told this summer too because I felt some type of way about a trillion things that happened. And I was told, you have to understand that you cannot expect people to be like you because they are not you. And my defense was, well, okay, that's cool. I get that or whatever the case may be. But if I do something for you, wouldn't it just be a situation where you would be like, okay, Alicia did this for me, so I'm going to do this for Alicia? They were like, no. Some people don't know you need the help. Or some people don't know how you need them to be a friend if you don't tell them. So it's important for you to have that conversation before you just snip and just cut that person off. Because they genuinely may not know. We're not talking about the bitches or the niggas who know that they're being fucked up people. We're not talking about those people. We're talking about people who genuinely may really genuinely love you, but just don't know how to love you the way they need to love you.
Understand that.
Friendship,
Prime example.
mother,
Prime
sister,
example.
cousin,
Prime
whatever the
example.
case may be.
Rebecca did something to me this morning, and I flat out said, "Hey, felt like you dismissed me, but I understand why you may have just sent it like that." That's because the friendship that we have,
Right.
I am willing to salvage and save it and let her know.
Right.
And I'm an adult about it. I feel like
podcast now, so you guys had to be friends.
and we had to record tonight, so I had to talk
So you
to
guys
her.
have to make up. It's nothing.
But I feel like the older you get, and like Deani was saying, if you keep doing something to me, and I've let you do it X amount of times,
And I brought it up.
and I've brought it up before, or even if I haven't brought it up before,
I was
you've
about to say,
seen
'cause
my.
I'm only talking about the
But
times
you've
where you
seen
haven't brought
you've
it up.
seen how I've reacted. You know what you're doing. I am not going to continue a friendship with you. I'm not.
Because then you're putting yourself at
Well,
jeopardy.
well,
Exactly.
I'm not talking about the times where you had a conversation with this friend. Hey, I don't like when you keep doing this, and they keep doing that. We're not talking about those friends. We talking about the motherfuckers that you just cut off that are going to be like, hey, I don't know what the fuck happened, but...
Oh, no. You know what happened, and we don't need to talk about it.
I don't know. I just don't
Block.
think that's... I don't think that's every case.
Sometimes.
You should
I don't
talk-
think that's
even
every
if
case.
even if it's a dickhead person who doesn't deserve the conversation,
You
and you
gotta
think
get
that,
that-
maybe that vulnerability that you might expose yourself to in saying, well, this is how you hurt me, but we just can't continue from now on. I think you just got to be like, well, I'm not. Who are you for me to be afraid of you? For me to have that conversation with you, like I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of what you'll say to me. I'm not afraid of how you might hurt me in my vulnerable
I
state.
don't even
I'm not
think it's that. I think
Yeah,
it's.
I
I
don't
think
think
it's.
it's that either.
I know. I think if I don't, I'm not one of those people. I will cut off. I shut the fuck off.
It ain't nothing to cut
Just shut off.
off.
I can't even. I don't give you. I'll probably bring it up once as a friend. Hey, you did this, and I didn't really appreciate it. Like I have friends who show up for wins only. All of my W's. Wins. It is lit. You there, boy, girl, whoever it is. But when I'm struggling, and I do struggle, you are nowhere to be found. You don't reach out. I reach to you. You don't reach out. I think at this point, and me, somebody who's super prideful, who doesn't, I don't want to be seen as weak. Like I ain't no weak link, but I do. But I do. When I reach out, I would expect that you reach back, and then when you don't, that's my time to be like, okay, I don't owe you an explanation, or I don't owe you anything to tell you. Hey, just heads up, just not gonna talk to you no more. No, you gonna figure it out.
What if they hit you back? You've already cut them off. They hit you back and they say, I mean, what happened? What
Thanks
happened?
and be well.
don't
Like
think you
Wolverine.
have
Like you're not going to be like, well, this is how
Yeah,
you
I'm
did
not-
X, Y, and
Thanks,
Z.
and
That's why we
be well.
don't talk. And there's nothing you're gonna say that's maybe
I
can make me
think
change my mind right now. So
There's just nothing.
The
There's nothing I want to
conversation-
say.
Have you
Like,
ever told that person, I think you only show up for W's?
Yes, I've told
Okay.
I've told plenty of people, hey, you only really show up for W's. You congrats, oh my God, where are we celebrating? Where are we doing this? Where are we doing that? But then when it's quiet for me, and maybe I thought
quiet
maybe
for them.
it's quiet for them. They don't reach out. It's quiet. Nobody checks in. Nobody says how you doing. And I'm really big on friendships. I think I'm and that's the Libra in me. I keep hearing that Libras are just, they overcommit with friendships. They're very, listen, we're friends. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure you feel like I'm always there, because I'm always there. When people don't show the same to me, I automatically get offended. And maybe I shouldn't take it personal, but I do, because I feel like I'm doing all that I can, bro. And you're sitting here just taking it all in and being like, I'm glad I have so many supporters. But then when it's my turn, you just want to show up for the congrats. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't need your congrats though. I have tons of those. I don't need those. I need somebody to be there when I'm literally, maybe I don't even reach. You just reach. Because you see that I'm quiet out here. And I don't have, I didn't have those with the people that I dropped. I just felt like I had to be like, hey, need some help. Need some help. And they don't reach out. They just wait. I don't even understand. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that no more. So goodbye. I mean, I didn't say goodbye. I just blocked. Everybody's blocked.
I mean, I blocked a few people.
I just
but
don't wanna talk
one
no more.
time,
I'm tired.
One time, the guy felt away. He was like a mutual friend, like one of the people that like I knew I was gonna see, and then he like really was hurt. Like he was hurt by it. But it's because sometimes you have to block people because they have too much access to you,
No,
and they
for
feel
sure.
like they are entitled to your energy and to what you bring to the table. So sometimes you might just have to remind niggas like, you not actually my mom. So you can't just be the one that like no matter what happens. And my mom treats me amazing, but like that's the only person that I feel like my parents are entitled to my energy because they created it, literally.
Right.
But if you feel like you can just walk all over me, walk out of my life, come back in when you feel like it, don't hit me up like Deez was saying, or just walk out, then I can't. That's not a thing. Then when I blocked the person, that's when they realize, like, oh, wait, she's not answering. Wait, what did I do? Wait, da, da, da. And then their respect for me changed like 180 degrees. So
And did you ever have a conversation with that person?
absolutely.
Okay.
This is my thing is blocking isn't just like sometimes blocking is a easy
I need
fix.
you to snap up. I
But
need
for
you to just
me,
wake up.
I'm gonna have at least 2 conversations with you,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna block you if you don't
If
shape
there's
up.
from-
Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna
if you disrespect my feelings, then you're blocked. Like that.
Yeah, one time is good for me. One time is good. I have had this conversation with
Likewise.
you, and I have pride. I'm a prideful ass person. So for me to even tell you that it hurt me that I reached to you and you didn't reach back, that's enough for me to be like, bro, that's your.
That's all you get.
That's it.
I just don't like the back and forth.
I'm vulnerable. That's it.
No, there should be no back and forth.
But I feel like a lot of times, and this is part of the reason why I left people in 2016. A lot of times when I come to people with issues, they turn it into a pity party for them. That recently happened to me.
that,
And guess what? Guess
how
what?
dare you?
How dare you? I don't give a fuck. I don't. Because I'm coming to you telling you how I feel about something. Yet you're turning it into, well, what about, like, not what about me, because I'll listen to your side, but you're turning it into,
They have
well,
this magical way. It's so magical how they just turn things. They just turn it.
Yeah.
It's just, you like, wait, but I was telling you about
I was
my
telling you about-
situation. But when I was there,
and remember
this
when,
happened.
and remember when, if you say remember when more than 2 times in a conversation to me, we ain't got nothing else to say because now you're just being petty. You're bringing up bullshit.
Right,
Why you bringing up bullshit?
right.
And I asked you about that. I asked you about today,
Right.
right now. My shit.
Right. I remember I was telling somebody about my father, right? Thought I was, getting this shit off my chest. Getting it all off my chest. He's gonna tell me, this is one of my used to be friends. He gonna tell me that's nothing.
Ooh, ouch. Never.
You know, my dad died. Okay.
But
I still am hurt.
Yeah, why are we
Okay.
disqualifying?
Right. He said I had, like, all right, but you still can, try to figure out what you're gonna do because your dad's alive. Don't project your
Is this somebody you
life
were dating,
on
or
me.
this is a friend?
No, this is a friend.
okay, I'm a tad bit biased, only because I think there are certain friends you should go to speak about certain things. I wouldn't want somebody to come to me to talk about their father when my father passed away.
He asked me. It's not like I didn't ask him.
Okay, if he
He
asked you,
asked
then
me.
that's
I went to
different.
go see my father, blah, blah, blah.
That's
Y'all know the
different.
story, blah, blah, blah. I came back, whatever. He asked me, so what happened? Are you good? You all right? What's going on? Told him the story.
No, that's
He
different.
said, that's nothing. I said, that's nothing.
You're nothing. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Have
no,
a
I
great
mean,
life.
not to defend him, but
nothing.
I get
Thank you so
that
much.
is just always going to be the case. It's always good, and it shouldn't be, but
but-
it's always going to be. I definitely experienced the worst case scenarios, so
But
y'all could talk
what's
about
really,
it.
But
This
what's
isn't
really the
attack.
worst
I
case
know. I'm not
scenario?
saying that it is justifiable. I'm just
But what's
saying
the worst case scenario? Like,
your father's dead.
I
It's the
don't
worst
really
thing.
think so. That's what I'm saying. I don't really think so.
Well, for that person, for
that
yes.
person, absolutely. But it's
Right.
not the overall worst case
Don't
scenario.
don't qualify worst case for anybody else.
That's what I'm saying.
We can't compare
Yeah.
anyone's
I'm not
pain.
comparing it to anything. Don't compare mine though.
Right.
That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
right, right.
It's
Agreed.
not when you say worst case. I'm like, it's not really the worst case for everybody. We don't really know what's the worst case. So the worst case for me would be this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This would be the worst case.
Because people in their, I don't even know the
They're
word.
so
but
entitled. People are just so
people in their
entitled,
entitlement and
Everybody's
their,
pain. Yeah.
as a matter of factorliness.
Right.
Not a word. I know.
I just know if a friend came to me speaking about their father, I would be more biased to just try to work it out as opposed to really giving some type of feedback that you probably should be
No,
getting
they're
from
coming to
somebody
you
else.
not for that. Just work it out. They're coming to you because their worst is what they're trying to dump and get rid of at the moment. So you gotta.
Right. No,
look,
guys, you
Yes,
should
yes,
friend,
yes,
take
yes.
being a
it.
friend
No,
Yes,
is
Rebecca.
listening.
Yep.
No,
Is listening,
I
not
agree.
saying, yeah, you're going through this, but my nigga, like, it could be worse.
It could-
That's
Yeah,
not
no,
the
no, no, no,
conversation.
no.
Thank you.
My worst is this.
And I agree.
So let's have a conversation
And
about
I agree.
this.
And I agree. And I'm not saying that I would be like, you need to get over it because I don't have a father.
Low
Right.
key, you saying anything besides listening to what I'm telling you and then giving me feedback
Right.
on that is low key you saying you'll get over it.
Yeah.
Anything
It's
other than
dismissive.
talking
Right. Yeah.
is dismissive.
Yeah.
But that's why I always, when I have that type of conversation, I'm always like, well, I'm a little biased to this because, for me, I see things differently.
But no offense.
I always say that.
And it's not. We weren't talking about you.
Yeah.
We were talking
Right.
about me.
Agreed. No, I know.
And then when it
I
comes
know.
time where it's like, I feel you because when my father was alive, and then you go into that's why it
Oh,
hurts
yeah,
me
no,
so
I do
much.
that
Then I'm
too.
listening to you.
So you,
I
right.
do that too,
It's-
but I
it's-
always give the disclaimer of I'm a little different because da 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 da. But if I had this situation X Y Z, because I can't give you some type of advice that you're looking for me if we're 30-year-old
Sometimes I'm not
women.
even looking for advice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. If you're looking to
Sometimes-
listen, but I'm talking
sometimes
about the times where you are coming to me for advice. If you're a 30-year-old friend coming to 30-year-old Alicia and you had an issue with your father, I don't have that conversation
I would
because
never
I never
seek-
had 30-year-old Alicia with my father.
I would never
So-
seek advice from anybody who didn't have a dad who was on drugs or on alcohol, just addicted. So I wouldn't. But what I was doing was just venting and just needing an ear. If you didn't say anything, that'd be cool. Like you'd be like, damn, whew, shit.
How are you feeling?
I think a
though?
lot
Yes.
of times
Yeah.
people don't know when friends are venting or when they need advice.
Right.
Because
I'm gonna say it. I'm very vocal. I'm
yeah,
gonna say,
but still,
tell me what I need to do here. Then everybody in this room knows. Hey, this happened. Where did I go wrong? Where Jesus where? Because I feel like I'm right. You know what I'm saying? That's me. But my thing is when it's about something that's very, very personal with me, then I'm like, this happened. Boy, it's hard. And that's it.
Well, yeah, you should be able to know when
That's
your friend
it.
wants
Your
to
friend,
vent
and if your
when
friend can't do
wants to
that,
have a conversation
have that
about advice.
conversation. Please don't be afraid of the conversation. Like Saphira said, there's people who just don't have any. What is it? Sympathy or empathy?
here we go.
It's empathy.
got time.
Listen,
We ain't got
just
time. We
make sure
gotta
you
wrap
have
this up.
compassion.
Oh, shut up.
We ain't got
always
time to
have
go back to
compassion.
episode 1.
Right. Not to leave it on a down low. Just 2017 should be a year where you just start fresh for yourself.
Shout out to Fresh.
Be happy. And if you felt fresh in 2016,
If you felt fresh,
carry.
Keep that freshness.
if you felt sure,
Eve's wipes around.
Right. So do that.
Recommend what to use.
And-
to stay
and-
fresh.
Keep on douching.
So
Right.
nasty.
It's so nasty. I'm
I heard
sorry.
you're supposed to like every month after your period though.
You're not
Nope,
supposed to
you're
do
never
that.
Do
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Don't ever
Washing
put
is
vinegar in your vagina.
I know a girl who used to take vinegar baths
I know a girl who put vinegar in her
in
vagina.
high school.
And she said she keeps it tight. That's how she keeps it tight.
Oh, she gonna be
That's
tight.
what
Kegels are for.
She gonna be tight.
What'd you say?
Okay, guys, we
Wow,
got
wait,
it.
what?
workouts.
Kegels.
Yeah, Kegels.
Yeah.
Kegels are important.
Very important.
And you can do it when you're sitting down, standing up.
Calisthenics?
Thank you so much for tuning in for Black Girl Podcast.
What it's called?
If you want to keep a band, do your Kegels.
Do your Kegels.
Bye,
Don't-
guys.
No vinegar. Bro.
Don't forget to comment and review us.
Oh, yeah.